Traders, welcome back to another Relentless recap. Today I want to talk about why you should never use market orders on spready stocks. Today we had some decent momentum in stock IFRX, BURU, FRGT, and LMNL. Those were some of the stocks that we had today. You guys will see that my P&L on the day, I am flat, only up 20 bucks. I was up about 150 after the live stream, came back, saw some A quality opportunities, but things were not as strong as I thought they could have been. And once we gave back a little off the top, we said, hey, that's it. Now, one thing I do want to talk about before we jump into it, mentally, where I'm at right now feels the same way in terms of where I was when I was up 150. But in hindsight, it'd have been better to just take the 150 and run, because at the end of the day, math is math. And 150 is much more than 20 bucks. So, the good thing is that we did try to trade A quality opportunities. So I'm not going to give myself too much of a hard time. But let's talk about why you should never use market orders. And I'm going to show you guys in this one why there's such a fine line always between being green and being red. Because if this one trade we're going to look at right now would have worked out, today should have been a 1K green day. Let's take a look. Here we go. So I'm going to pull up my live archive here and watch this, right? So we're going to be paying attention to the right hand side of the screen. We currently have stock IFRX moving up. It's currently around 537. Let's pay attention. Watch this right here. So it's going to make a move. Right now I'm scratch. I had some scratch trades down 120, no big deal, right? I have about 2,200 shares ready to go, and 62 was the high of the last candle. I'm not aggressive here, but I'm going to be watching for a potential pullback entry. All right, nice. This is exactly what I want to see. This is exactly what I wanted to see right there. Again, I could have been more aggressive to get in for the breakout. Let's say 50, 55, selling right here, but I didn't take that trade. I wanted to be patient for some more confirmation. Watch the dip I'm going to try here. Watch the flush. I try, and right now my eyes are peeled on the bids. My eyes are not looking at the ask. But if we take a second to look at the ask, we have 36 by 60. Now, when a stock is flushing down, a lot of the times there's a lot of selling at or below the bid price, and usually the spread will tighten up as the stock is dropping fast. So a lot of the times I will mark it into a panic flush, knowing that I should get a decent fill. But there are times, and it's happening to me a little too often these days, where the spreads are still huge on the spread, on the dip. And you guys know what Thinkorswim is going to do. Ha ha ha, we got him. Let's fill him right on the ask at 60. This is what's going to cost me the morning, to be honest. Boom, I'm in 61 instead of being in at 36. I could have bought the bids. I could have used my DAS platform right here for the offset. But I thought it would have been okay to mark it in. And I'm going to pay the ultimate price. I'm already down 500. I'm already down 500 in what should be a trade where I'm up 10 cents and waiting to see what it does. So I'm going to let this entire thing play out again, and then we'll move on. So again, here's the breakout. And hindsight is 2020. I should have took this breakout. Could have been long right here for break of 50 to see what it's going to do. But sometimes they go without you. There's 60. I could have gotten in at 60 as well. Big move. Can we see the dip? Can we see the dip? There it is. I'm in on the ask. I'm going to pay the price. There's a 400, or let's say $300 loss adding to the deficit. And it completely throws me off right there. If I'm in at 36, what is that? 10 seconds and we're back at 65. There's the trade I'm looking for. Instead, we're down 500. So, trading, there's a fine line, and at times like this, you cannot afford to make mistakes. And that's what I'm going to sum this up as, is a mistake. I fought my way back, and, I'm going to take another dip. I'm not going to show too much after this trade here. We're going to leave it. So here's another example of what I was trying to do, right? But this time, it's going to work out perfectly the way I think it should have worked out. So I'm down 589. I'm also down 220 on the other stock, so I'm down like 800 here, and watch this, right? And I sized down at this point. Watch this. It's going to come down. Here's the flush. Here's the flush. It's coming. There it is. You see how I got long right there? 36. It's kind of funny too, man, because it's literally the same price that I was aiming for earlier. The stock pulls back to that same price to the penny, and this time I bottom ticked it. Now here's the difference. I've sized down from 22 to 16, and my goal here today was to be using 2,800 shares, which was also my goal yesterday, right? So it's not good that I had this first loss, because if I'm green, I'm using max size right here. Assuming we get the same fill, look at how well this particular trade here is going to work out. So I'm in at 36. I had a chance to add right there, but I didn't want to be that aggressive. I'm already down 600. Right now, we just have to be patient. And if this fails, I'm down 1K on the stock, potentially, right? But I'm going to unwind right there. I'm going to sell half, and I'm going to wait. I'm going to watch. Can we see a break of 60? There's 60 on the ask. I'm going to sell the rest. And from being down 580, we're now down 280. Big difference. It's a nice $300 trade, but again, smaller share size. So, from there, if we fast forward a little bit, you guys will see I fight my way back to being up 500 on this stock, but I end up giving back profits in this range. Trading, man, but we should have never even been red. We should have never even been red. And if I wasn't red, I would have for sure ended this day up at least 500 minimum. But that's the fine line, ladies and gentlemen. You might say, how did you get back profits, Relentless, to now only being green 140? But with that type of stock, it only takes a couple of a couple of tricky areas, and you guys can see there's a lot of red candles in here, and before you know it, boom, you're only up 140. But if I'm green 1K and I pull back to being up 600, 700, 500, I'm like, yep, that's the day. It's much better to give back profits off the top than to be digging yourself out of a hole. But yeah, that was essentially the day, guys. Tomorrow, I have to be more careful with the limit orders. With the market orders, I need to use more limit orders, especially when we're flushing down. Take this lesson here and do not get filled on the ask like I did, because it really ruins the day, man. So yeah, take this lesson, move forward, and we will. So hit that thumbs up. If you are a new viewer, consider subscribing to the channel. Don't forget to check out those links down below for Momo Pro, which is the scanning software that I use. You can use code Relentless for 25% off. And of course, when it comes to that platform, you can check out my YouTube channel, which I have videos going over the scanner. Second, you guys can check out my day trading course. If you are newer to the markets, or if you're lost in the markets, if you're a losing trader, struggling trader, and you're trying to find consistency and you need guidance, be sure to check out my comprehensive day trading course, Merciless Markets. All right. The markets are merciless, so make sure you do what you need to do in order to succeed. All right. Guidance sometimes is what we need. All right. But yeah, other than that, check out the Discord, and I'll catch you guys later. The Discord is our chat room. We're about 3,000 members now. Check it out. It's been Relentless Trader, guys, and I'm signing out.